In 1.10, we're going to do a lot of unit conversions and systems of measurements. So the first ones I'm going to do here are temperatures. So if you need to change from Fahrenheit to Celsius, you're going to say Celsius is 5/9 in parentheses F minus 32. You could also say F minus 32 over 1.8. For changing to Fahrenheit, it is 9/5 C plus 32 or 1.8 C plus 32. So for instance, if you have, say, 77 degrees Fahrenheit and you need to change it to Celsius, you're going to say 5/9 77 minus 32. Keep the 5/9 because you have to do what's in parentheses first. 77 minus 32 is 45. And now we can do 5/9 of 45. 9 goes into 45 5 times. Times 5 equals 25 degrees Celsius. A good way to be able to check all of your answers is 0 degrees Celsius equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. 25 degrees Celsius is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. 100 degrees Celsius is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. If you do these, if you know these three, then whatever you get, as long as you see that, let's say you had a 45 degrees Celsius, you know that you're going to need something in between 77 and 212, closer to 77 there. So other types that you may have, say you have 30 inches and you have to go to feet. So what we do is we start out 30 inches and we know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So if we have inches on top, we can also divide by, if we put our inches on bottom. What we did here is a conversion factor. Whatever we start with is what we need to cancel out. So it starts on the top, and anything divided by itself is 1. So 30 divided by 30 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Also, inches divided by inches is 1. And we're left with feet here. So 30 divided by 12 is 2.5 feet. You're going to be given all of the conversion factors that you need. It's on the computer. You'll be able to just click onto the ones that you need. A few other types that you may have is 8 hours into seconds. So what I'm going to say is 8 hours. I'm going to just put it over 1. This one has more than one conversion. So we know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So we have hour on top, we need hour on bottom. So 1 hour and 60 minutes. And we also know that there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So 60 seconds over 1 minute. If we do this before we do any of our actual arithmetic, we can see if we have what we need right. So we have hours on top, hours on bottom. Those divide to be 1. Minutes divided by minutes is 1. All we're left with is seconds, and that's what we want our answer to be. So we know that we have everything set up right. Now we just need to multiply 8 times 60 times 60 and get 28800 seconds. What we're going to do here always is multiply all the top numbers to each other and then multiply all the bottom numbers to each other and then divide. There's going to be, looks like this next one is one where I'm going to do that. So here I'm going to change 96 cups to gallons. So I'm going to start 96 cups. There are 2 cups in 1 pint. So 1 pint is 2 cups. There are 2 pints in 1 quart. So 1 quart to 2 pints. And there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So 1 gallon, 4 quarts. So now I'm going to cancel my units. I have cup on top, cup on bottom, pint on top, pint on bottom, quart on top, quart on bottom. I want my answer to be in gallons. That's all I have left. So I'm going to multiply 96 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 96 on the bottom. 2 times 2 is 4, times 4 is 16. 96 divided by 16 is 6. So that would be our final answer here. Okay, so you may have one where we're changing miles into inches. So we have 269 miles into inches. So we start 269 miles, and we know that there are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Since we already have mile on top, we put mile on bottom, and 5,280 feet. And we also know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So 12 inches in 1 foot. So we have miles on top, miles on bottom, those cancel. Feet on top, feet on bottom, those cancel. So now we have 269 times 5,280 times 12, which is 17043840 inches. Okay, so for sums like these, there are some of your phones are going to do this just automatically if you have the correct parts on their apps. Also, there's some websites. Go ahead and use those if you want for these. There's only going to be one question on the test, and that's changing centimeters to millimeters. All you have to do there is multiply by 10. So whatever number they give you, multiply that by 10, and it'll give you millimeters. Okay, so there are going to be some questions though. Say you have 299 inches, and you have to change it into feet and inches. So here what we're going to do is divide the inches by the 12 feet. We have the 299 inches. 1 foot is 12 inches. So we're going to divide the 12 into the 299. Now here, you can't really use a calculator as much because you need to know what the remainder is. So I'm going to go 12 into 299. 12 will go into 29 2 times. 2 times 12 is 24. We have a 5 left over. 12 will go into 59 6 times, or 4 times. 12 times 4 times 12 is 48, and our remainder is 11. So our answer here is 24 feet 11 inches. Whatever our remainder is what our inches is going to be. So let's say that we have 165 pounds into kilograms. We can say 165 pounds. 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So 1 kilogram, 2.2 pounds. Pounds are going to cancel. 165 divided by 2.2 is 75 kilograms. If we have 29 meters into feet, we're going to say that we start with 29 meters, and there are 3.28 feet per meter. So 3.28 feet divided by 1 meter. Meters cancel. 29 times 3.28 is going to be 95.12. Now I think, okay, so if you get number 20 in this, use that 1 kilometer equals 0.62 miles. That one isn't given in the book part of the website, but the program insists that you use this conversion rather than the one that they give you elsewhere. This section is a bit harder than most, just because it takes a while to get used to doing conversions. The actual math part is really easy. The hard part is setting it up. Just remember that whenever you have the conversions, like we had, I'm going to go back and do one where we said the 299 inches, actually not that one. I'll just go 30 inches into feet. We said that 12 inches equals 1 foot. And so what we're doing is we're just turning the conversion into a fraction. So it can be either 12 inches over 1 foot or 1 foot over 12 inches, because both of these equal 1. 12 inches equals 1 foot. So if we plug in 12 inches for 1 foot here, we have 12 inches over 12 inches, which equals 1. So in all these conversions, all we're doing is multiplying the number by 1, but what we're doing is canceling the unit that we don't want, because even units divided by themselves equal 1. So if we start with here inches on the top, if we put inches on top here and say 30 times 12 inches over 1 foot, we would have 360 inches squared over 1 foot. But what we want is we want to get rid of the inches, so we're going to put it on the opposite side of the fraction here. So inches what starts on top, we put the conversion one on bottom, so inches will divide by inches and become 1. We're left with feet, which is what our answer is asked for. So that's it for 1.10. You may have some questions on this one, but don't stress too much about this section. Do it as well as you can. Like I said, on the test itself, there's only one question, and it's just the centimeters to millimeters. There's going to be more in the quiz, but if you will be able to just write down all the conversions that you may need for that.